It is my happy task to welcome all of you to this gathering in which we will be launching the Lodge at Avila. I'm very grateful to Mayor Jennings, to County Executive Mike Breslin, to Senator Neil Breslin, to Assemblyman Jack McEneny, to Sister Pauline, the Director of the Teresian House, and to all of you from Avila and prospective residents of the Avila Lodge for gathering today as we begin this exciting new venture in the Avila saga. Avila has been in existence now for 6 years, and you have proven yourself to be a community of solidarity, a community that creates a sense of belonging, a community of welcome and hospitality. And how important it is that we have these qualities in today's society. Because unfortunately, we have been losing a sense of community within our society. There used to be a time when this sense of community did not need to be taught, because it was part of a lifestyle that was at once warm, loving, and mutually stimulating. If, for example, there were problems that existed in local communities, people would get together and solve them themselves. And so family members, neighbors, and friends would band together and pull together and respond to human need. You who have gathered here today from Avila have always had this sense of community among yourselves. And we need to continue to look to you as role models for how to recapture that sense of community in the future. And as we move into that future, we do so with confidence because of the great way in which you, the original Albany community, have bonded together. And that then gives us the strength and the fortitude that we need to move forward into this second project, the Lodge at Avila. We've had pretty much 100% occupancy at Avila since its inception. And now with the baby boomers coming of age, there'll be even a greater need to serve the seniors in our community. And so we look forward to this exciting new venture.
Our newest neighborhood complements the many community spaces in Avila's town center, where we're gathered here today, and it furthers the hospitality of the campus. Additional gathering spaces and dining opportunities for residents will also be available in the lodge. Residences are spacious and further the blend of apartments that are already available here at Avila. Specific designs were based upon the overwhelming demand that we've received over the years for specific apartment styles in this community. And we've refined those designs and floor plans to meet the needs of today's seniors with more storage and efficient spaces. Yet, Avila is so much more than buildings and plans. It represents what is good about America, that small town sense of home, where neighbors help each other and all are welcome. Avila is in fact the embodiment of America, with the sharing of so many different backgrounds and experiences. Our residents are accomplished in their careers and personal lives. Indeed, many are members of our greatest generation. In their lifetime, they face the greatest of uncertainties, a Great Depression and a world at war, far greater than the challenges that we face today, without the technology we now accept as commonplace. This generation endured the hardship and won the world's freedom without a GPS system, cell phone, email, or the internet. How did they do it? But their life contribution has reestablished the world and set an example for us all long to remember and to follow. Perseverance in the face of adversity and living the golden rule of doing unto others as you would have others do unto you will assure us all the success of a life well lived. We are on the eve of our national celebration of independence and unity. So too we celebrate the independence and unity created by the residents of Avila. Our residents are our founding fathers and mothers. They set the pace, their Declaration of Independence. And we abide by the freedoms the residents deserve and have won for us, and know that today would not be possible without their overwhelming sense of community. Just as our nation welcomed new states into the Union, Avila will welcome the Lodge neighborhood with full knowledge that we are greater than the sum of our parts. Thank you all.
I want to thank the Bishop and Mike and Steve and Sister Pauline and, of course, Jack, Neil, and Mike for all being here and saying that we're doing the right thing. You know, Avila is something I'm very proud of. This is probably one of the nicest facilities anywhere when it comes to quality of life and living and opportunities for people to get together and know each other and really look out for each other and enjoy yourselves. So as you know, with the 44 new Adirondack-style residences, it will help us meet the demand, as the Bishop indicated, of the rising senior housing in our city and in this region. And really, it is really increasing. I hear it all the time. The Avila retirement community really is a cornerstone in this city, dedicated to enhancing the lives of our seniors and their families. And I thank the Bishop and the Diocese for making sure that we're doing the right thing here in the city. And I'm looking forward to many, many more groundbreakings and ribbon cuttings because the demand is there.
I'm very pleased to be here to see another facility that is coming online to assist those who get to the point where they no longer can live where they've lived for so long, before life closes in totally. Unfortunately, we've almost got to a default position where the public often thinks that, well, as soon as we get to that point, we got to start building nursing homes for them. And we know there's alternatives, such as this. And I know that as we look throughout this county, it is facilities like this that allow people to move from where they have been for so long and come to a new community where there is a sense of community, a sense of belonging, and a sense of comfort for those later years.
The Bishop mentioned the sense of community that we've lost. So sitting there, I thought of when I was a child in our neighborhood, which is so unlike the neighborhoods now. And I thought on Sunday morning when my parents would get each of the 6 of us ready and we'd help Michael put on a tie. And my mother and father and the 6 of us would walk to church. And we'd pass the neighborhood houses, the Quinns, the Brennans, the Hogans, the Slatterys, the McCluskeys, the Brennans, and we would all be waving and they'd be following us or we'd be following them and passing the Convent of Mercy. And it brought back so many feelings of community. And when I come here, I sense that same community that I haven't experienced in my own neighborhood as we've raised our children and now see our grandchildren. So Avila has that wonderful sense of community. And as Mike said, the rush to applications, I'd like to be able to say when I reach his age, I'll be in that line too, but I'm already of that age. And I look forward to those years where I can enjoy being around people who have similar backgrounds and similar wants and desires and needs, who also sense that community.
It's really a pleasure to be able to come out here and to watch this entire complex develop here in what we used to call the Pine Barrens, the Pine Bush, or in my generation, the Sand Plains, and just see what a beautiful community has been developed here. And also, I'm not surprised to see the Roman Catholic Diocese has chosen an architect who can build modern, clean, decent housing and yet still have something with a sense of tradition, something that's built on a human scale. I think that's a very important thing to wake up to every day and to be a part of while you're here. The idea of courtyards and gardens is something else that I think appeals to all of us who have known gardens throughout our life. And I just am very, very pleased to be able to have been invited to come out here and to partake in this newest milestone as we develop a community which is already great and seems to be becoming greater and greater, not only for the city of Albany, but for the families throughout the entire capital region.